Welcome back to the Acoustic Shoppe channel. I am John. Hey guys, it is New Guitar Thursday. Cannonball!
Where everything's made up and the points don't matter. This is your host, John Chapman, and I'll be taking you through a few different things here in the store that I have. And we got a really cool thing here first, but I'm not gonna open this just yet. I'm gonna let my assistant Cory get all that going for us here shortly. But one of the things I wanted to go through today with y'all, we're gonna talk about some of the most underappreciated or maybe overlooked guitars in the store to me. So I'm going to look at a few of those and we're going to kind of see what those are all about. Yes, Hinkley?
Hello, hello. I just wanted to tell the people that I'm also here, and per usual, I will be answering comments. Yeah. Jeremy is out of town at the moment. For those of you that don't know, he's on his little vacay now. John is back, and John should be joining the live stream momentarily. We'll see.
John's already here. All right. All right. So I'm going to go through a few of some of my favorite overall instruments in here. These are ones that are absolutely incredible, but for whatever reason or another kind of somehow get overlooked. I'm going to pick my first one. It's going to be the Collings D1 here.
D1T.
The D1T. Oh, hey.
Anna Summers, how you doing?
Hey there, John.
Hey guys, I'm back. How you doing?
So this is a really cool consignment that we got in. One that absolutely sounds incredible. It's one of the best Collings that I've ever played. Really beautiful top and great. I think this is Honduran mahogany on the back, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. I'm going to back that up and say I would agree with you. One of the best Collings D1s I think I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic guitar.
I think it's absolutely incredible. It feels great. I love the gloss neck. This is one of those guitars that just cuts right through every single time I play it. And I think it is maybe a little underappreciated in our shop because we haven't had as many folks looking at it these days, but I always try to steer people to it because I think it is an incredible sounding guitar.
Yes, Hinkley, what would you like to tell us?
A couple of fun comments. I believe that these are both Jason saying, "You are not John!" exclamation point. About 4 of them, about 4 exclamation points.
Sure, you're not.
A man named Michael on YouTube called you an imposter. That is also facts.
You are not.
And then Daryl on Facebook.
I do have imposter syndrome.
Do you?
Me?
Yes, I did.
While I was stepping out?
I did. Yeah.
Not even funny. That's not even funny.
Well, it's legal here in the
Listen
shop.
here, Caillou.
I can call myself whatever I want. Hey. So, one of my other favorite guitars here in the shop, and this is another one, if we're kind of going along the path of underappreciated or maybe just sometimes overlooked, another one that I think should not be overlooked is the Bourgeois Touchstone. I think this guitar is incredible. It competes in that market of the kind of Martin D28 kind of area. This is, of course, your Indian rosewood and the Alaskan Sitka spruce top that they do with the Adirondack bracing. This guitar sounds incredible as well. It always does.
She's got something important to cut you off with.
Yeah, real quick, Jason wants to know if you can finance that for 48 months. He's just curious.
Oh yeah, you can definitely finance this for 48 months through Synchrony. Call 417-720-1223 now. This has all of the feel and the wonderful appointments that you would come to expect from any Bourgeois. And I think that these are just magnificent guitars in the price range of around the $3,000 area. I know that it kind of has the same feel to the typical Bourgeois that you're used to if you played one before.
I just want to point out.
This is my number 2.
I agree with you. Jason, something wrong with your tag, dude. If he's going to watch, I'm going to call him out. 24 months here? Come on. It's 48. We got 48 months. Financing. Yeah.
But with the special Alaska Sitka spruce top, and this one does have the Adirondack bracing, correct?
Correct. All Bourgeois guitars have Adirondack spruce bracing.
I think it gives you that little extra kind of Bourgeois true voicing that they do. Dana Bourgeois voices these himself, and I think that they're fantastic, especially at the price point that they offer them at.
Guys, we got a few really specific comments.
I'm ready.
The first one, what's the price? Could you read off of that Collings real quick?
Yeah, so this one is priced at $5,500 from the consignor.
Great guitar, by the way.
Really
Guitar.
really great mahogany guitar.
Jason now has showed up. He thought you were doing such a bad job that he actually walked over here to tell you that.
Man, I'm getting grilled from every direction here, guys. Some people in the comments, help me out.
All right, number 3. What's number 3?
Okay, number 3 is going to be an interesting one. And I think it's because they've kind of come back into the game over the past, 10 years or so. It's a company that's out of the Nashville area, and one that has been kind of like, I don't want to say rebranding, but kind of going through an evolution.
They are
over
definitely
the past
hitting an
10 years.
evolution, figuring out who the new version of Gallagher guitars. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
So this is another one, and again, the category that we're kind of looking at here is underappreciated, maybe overlooked. So this guitar, all of these guitars I'm saying here are all incredible, and they're just not getting enough attention. So I would say this one, which is the Doc Watson. This is going to be a very standard kind of flat-picking bluegrass style guitar with your Sitka spruce top and mahogany back and sides. Everything about this guitar and the way it's voiced, I love. I even love the headstock, which is traditional and kind of a novelty that they started doing back in the 70s. Is that right, Gallagher? Yeah. And then the pick guard, which is iconic as well to that era. This is one of the best sounding guitars in the store, and I think people should definitely look at it more.
Yeah. Good guitar. Good job.
Great sounding guitar.
I think you chose 3 mighty fine choices there.
So these are my 3 major choices for guitars that folks need to pay more attention to.
I agree with you.
In my opinion.
Go ahead.
All right, so we got a couple of comments. Real quick, we got a shout out from North Georgia.
I like Georgia. By the way, if you haven't done yet, please tell us where you are watching from. I'm glad to be back, and I was sorry I was a little bit late. I had a phone call I had to deal with. Guys, teenagers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. Anyway, that's all. But no, tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you guys want to see. There's some really cool information coming on this video. Not just Cory's picks for all this. I still want you to find your favorite product that maybe somebody doesn't know about. There's so many cool things I think we keep missing out on too. So
yeah, I think I got.
And then we're going to be doing a live unboxing of a really cool guitar.
Really
that
cool.
I can't wait to kind of go through. So yes, Hinckley. Anything else?
Yes, we have a specific question from Donald. Do D'Addario auto lock straps work on the neck heel strap button?
Okay, so the auto lock straps, do they work on the neck and the heel? They only work on strap buttons that are screwed on. Now, there's 2 ways to kind of, and you're usually, now this one will have a pickup lock on it. Here, this has the pickup jack on the bottom side. And if it doesn't, most acoustic guitars just have a drilled out hole with a strap. I guess it would be a pin that goes in there, friction-based pin. So no, it will not work on there. Now, there's ways to get around that. Music Nomad makes this new product that we really love a lot that screws on to one of these threads and then turns it into a strap lock or even a strap button. That one works really good. I have seen people take and put, if you do need a strap lock on the bottom side of your acoustic, to put that other button screwed into the tail block right behind the hole for the other one. Or I've even seen some people fill the original hole, block that in, and then screw it in. Because those, to do a Schaller strap lock or the D'Addario strap lock, they go in with a screw pin because it's just like this side where you have a metal strap button on that side. So that's what they're kind of clipping. This is not the exact one, but it's their version of that, whether it's a Schaller or the D'Addario ones. Either one, that's the way to do that. So there's some workarounds for it for acoustic guitars, but that is not necessarily the way.
And there is, with the Music Nomad in-pin attachment, there are two different kinds.
Yes.
There's one that's more compatible with LR bags, and then there's another one that's compatible with the other systems.
Fishman
so we highly recommend that one. We carry them here at the shop, but you do want to pay attention to which one you have at the bottom.
Basically, LR bags uses a metric thread, the SAE thread for any of your Fishman or God, what is the company of that? Switchcraft endings on for the jacks on those. That is a really good product. So
it is, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. A lot of stuff came in this week. I'm really excited about that I didn't get to see. We didn't grab the one over there. There's a Brazilian breed love that came in that Cory got to see for the first time today.
Goodness.
I got to see for the first time today. They're doing photos of that. Hopefully that'll be online very soon. Yeah. A limited edition concertina that was awesome. I played this today. I was totally impressed with this.
The
a
64.
limited 64 parlor.
Yeah.
And again, a small body guitar that just kind of came to life. This was really cool. So again, small body and a super affordable price. This one puts it $36.90.
That's
Adirondack
wild.
spruce top.
Yeah.
I love the fade shade top, I guess would be it. It's not really a burst, but it just kind of has that ring around it.
You know, that's something that I don't think people give Bedell enough credit for. They are competitively priced with the rest of the market in the boutique world like no one else.
We have a few more comments, guys.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get back on it. One of them was clarifying, can you do the 48 months on used or consigned instruments
It
as
has
well?
to be over $750 to be able to qualify for 48 months. But yes, you can do it on used or consignment instruments. Totally doable. Basically, it's just a financing option for you that is available to anybody. And we've got really cool ways to do it. There's now marks for it on our website. And then we can also send you a link if you give a call to the shop. We can send you a link. You do all of the paperwork on your own device. You'll be filing for, not filing, but applying for that credit, and then it will then give us a code that you guys get as the sales staff.
Yeah.
And once that code comes in, we then get to finance it for you. It purchases just like a standard purchase. You take it home, or we ship it out to you, either one, and you get 48 months to pay it off. And there's also another option for you too. If you want interest-free financing, there's also 12 months of interest-free financing. Same place, Synchrony too, so we can get you that code at the same time.
Synchrony is a great company that we've been working with, and they do great financing options.
Yep, sure enough.
Awesome. So just to clarify, it's just instruments over 700?
$750.
750. There we go.
This came in. I've been playing this today. This was a kind of a fun, another one of those, John, what would you do if you were to build a custom shop guitar from Bourgeois? And this almost didn't get to happen. I know you saw the Sinker Mahogany from the Country Boy that Dana pulled out of his personal stock that was built for the North Carolina Guitar Camp, Blue Ridge Guitar Camp. This guitar, I got called back about 2 months ago and said, we're not going to be able to do it. We ran out of Sinker Mahogany. We won't go. And I'm like, well, that's really what I want to do. And so I kind of held off. And then I got a call from Dana that said, hey, we got some of my personal stash that I kept aside. And so, yes, Sinker Mahogany is becoming harder to get right now for at least the time being. It will probably come back to more regularly available. But this is from Dana's set, so it's gorgeous. Sinker Mahogany back and sides in a large Soundhole D. So you guys know I have a large Soundhole D. I love it. It's a Madagascar rosewood sides and back. This guitar, though, is going to be an absolute monster. I just know it.
Yeah.
Super punchy, super just in your face. If you're looking for a flat picking, in your face guitar that looks cool in a different sound than Rosewood. I know a lot of flat picking guitar players kind of moving away from Rosewood because it gets a little bit mushy. But man, I'm here to tell you, I bet that is going to be a miking monster.
Sounds incredible. I was curious, John, just while you were playing that, what do you think the benefits or cons are for a large sound hole on a Mahogany guitar?
So we had this discussion, and actually it's this weekend, right? Richard Hoover, maybe this weekend on the podcast. We did a podcast release. It's either coming up this week or next week. I'm not sure. I think it is this weekend. But we had a long talk with Richard. It's all about the chamber and airflow.
Yeah.
And he's done tests where he's made the sound hole smaller. And we actually did this at NAMM. He covered it with a sound hole as partial. And that smaller sound hole actually tends to create more bass because it's living inside the body more. That air is being shifted around. Think of it like a ported sub. A bigger port allows more air to move out of it and tends to be less woofy or chuffy. And that's what we're kind of finding with the large sound holes here too. A more distinguished mid-range and more clarity in the highs and a tighter, more responsive low end. That's what I'm seeing. The other advantage of the large sound hole D is it is going to be our banjo killer braced or double scalloped. It also has, that's unique to Bourgeois guitars from most of them, is this one will have the 1 3/4 nut width, so slightly wider than the 23/32. I'm finding that to be really great on the one that I purchased. I love it. I play it all the time. This is a really cool companion to that guitar.
Yeah.
I really think it's going to be great. So I played that today. I think that one's a really cool one that we added in. So.
And you know, that's interesting. I feel like in some ways there's maybe a stipulation that a larger sound hole on an instrument may improve the bass.
And increase it.
Or increase response in the bass area, I guess. But so that's contrary to what I actually originally believed.
That's what most people are kind of, we've said the same thing, but I talked to most luthiers, and my experience has been the same, that it tends to actually create more mid-range clarity and highs. I'm surprised at that guitar. I mean, I'm not really surprised. I was pleasantly, I just love that guitar. I just played it today, and I just was like, yes, this is going to be a monster. So that's one of my new favorite guitars. The Country Boy is great if you're looking for that classic Bourgeois sound that is more clean and tamed and more accurate. That is a fantastic guitar if you're looking for Sinker Mahogany.
I just put new strings on that yesterday, and it sounds absolutely fantastic.
So if you want something that's a little bit more bluegrassy, a little bit stronger, I would say that large sound hole Dread is just incredible. So
absolutely.
Cool option. What else we got for comments before we get into all the other things that I had to talk about?
Real quick, Sinker Mahogany price.
Okay. This
Can
is
you tell me that real quick?
price. It is again up for 48 months. This one comes in at $81.99. So yeah, it's not a cheapy guitar, but it's a great guitar. It will come in less than what the Madagascar version is. If you're looking for the Country Boy, has $84.99. So that's kind of a cool guitar as well. So there you go. Those are super cool. Yeah, we can do an unboxing. Speaking of Bourgeois, hey buddy, how are you doing? This guy had some excitement yesterday. This is Jason's little boy, Eli. All right, so
I'm very excited for.
We got to visit again with Dana when we were up there, and we picked out a lot of woods for guitars, and slowly they're making their way in here. I still have one more major surprise in woods that I got collected that I haven't put into build yet. But this is one of the most popular models that Dana makes. It's called the Banjo Killer. And what makes this one special is we picked some special woods. We also custom shopped it. This one's going to come in with a squared peg head instead of what they call snake peg head. But the woods.
Am I going to love this guitar, John?
You're going to love the look of it. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to sound like yet, but yes, go ahead, Hinkley.
We got the question from good old Rocky Northern. Hey, Rocky. What's in for Adkins? I think right now we only have that Essential D.
Essential D.
We do, yeah, the Essential D.
We have an OM coming.
We have some cool ones on the way, though, right?
We have a LG body coming, and then there'll be another White Rice sometime soon.
We also have the man that bought the most recent White Rice watching right now.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
That was a fantastic guitar.
It was.
All right. So first of all, look at this top. Super
That
bear
is
clawed, super stiff. Now the thing about Dana, when he builds the Banjo Killer, it will be very bear clawed and very stiff. That's what he's after, is a Sitka spruce top, bear clawed, very stiff. Looking for that for the Banjo Killer. And then we customed this one with beeswing back and sides.
Oh man.
And it does not disappoint. Look at that.
Looks like a glitch in the Matrix.
Look at the sides. Holy smokes. Super bear clawed. Just look, when you get that in
Nice
that right
bridge,
light.
too.
Yeah, that Zircode
Bridge and
bridge, fretboard, white bound. This stuff in here is just nuts.
This is an absolutely gorgeous bear claw top.
Hee-hoo, woo-hee. All right, let's tune it up and see what it happens to do here. Yep, I have pictures of me and Dana standing with this one. There it is. I was close.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice, guys. I would spend a whole week and I didn't touch a guitar, which was fantastic, by the way. I'm most impressed with on this, all three of these guitars are completely unique. I mean, they're all Mahogany Bourgeois style guitars, but this has a totally different sound than that large soundhole did.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I love most about Bourgeois guitars is instead of going for that consistent, whatever streamlined tone, they go for whatever makes the instrument sound as unique and best as it possibly can. And I think that's honestly one of the better sounding Bourgeois I've heard in a little while. I think that sounds incredible out in front.
Got a really good question. Do the square peg heads come standard? They do not.
They do not.
Correct?
Standard Banjo
Yeah.
Killer, so there's three major changes to this guitar. Well, yeah. 2.5. The big change is the standard one is a snake head. It's a it's a gorgeous peg head, but I know that the players that usually like this kind of guitar usually like the traditional side of it, so we went with a squared peg head. I love that. I love the Ivoroid buttons in the butterbean look on this to go along with that, so that's customed as well. The big one here is I actually went there and picked this particular one, and standard is figured mahogany as the back. This is beeswing mahogany. So this has been changed up from standard mahogany to beeswing mahogany, and those are the big differences. We sat there and picked them. Me and Dana were kind of sitting there and tap toning tops to pick the one that we thought was going to make the best one, and that's what we did right here. Guys, I got a guitar getting ready to do. I'm going to tell you about it anyway. I picked a set of Madagascar rosewood that is at Dana's shop that I haven't built yet, and it is the most perfectly quarter sawn Madagascar rosewood that I've ever seen. And then Dana didn't know it existed when we picked it. He's like, he hadn't seen that, and it was funny. We were going through it, and then as soon as I grabbed that, I had James and the team look at it and go, "If Dana sees this, he's going to want it." I said, "Well, then tough, it's already mine." So I've got it held. It is perfectly quarter sawn, and those who have followed Bourgeois guitars know that's what Dana likes most. Perfectly straight quarter sawn woods. That's what he's looking for more than anything. So when he did see it, which I do have photos of that as well, he's like, has this already been claimed? And I said, yeah, it has. So anyway, I have a set that is perfectly quarter sawn. It's not the most figured, it's not going to be the most beautiful, but it is the most perfect quarter sawn wood that you will see in a Madagascar set. I'm planning, unless somebody changes my mind, I'm going to probably put into build next, my next build spot will be a DB Signature OM, maybe with a large sound hole, with that perfectly squared. So that's my plan for that guitar. If you're interested in that, give us a call, because I've never seen Madagascar with that straight of grain.
And Dana has some of the best sets too.
Absolutely. So go ahead, Hinkley.
A couple of things. I just wanted to add that if the audience really wanted to, if they wanted to watch the review that we did on that guitar, we did a review with more of the standard looking one. So if you want to see kind of the changes between this one and what the standard one looks
Yeah, the
like.
sides are. I almost feel like it's
And then also,
even more so than the back.
Donald says the acoustic shop is looking full. If you add lines like Martin, Gibson, and Taylor, you may need a bigger showroom.
Yeah, speaking of which, we may or may not have a new brand that's kind of making its way in
That's
here.
what I thought would be the best segment.
No, we just finished filming yesterday. If you guys did not follow, go ahead and play it, Cory. Have fun with it. We got to have, we have finished up our paperwork. We are officially a new Yamaha dealer and an elite dealer in order to carry the new FG9.
What is this?
You can play it. The FG9s from Yamaha. So we are announcing that we're Yamaha dealers. What are you doing?
I forgot how to play.
Oh, there you go. That makes perfect sense. Anyway, we did videos of the new FG9s, guys. Those are going to be absolute surprises for a lot of you. Even if you're a Yamaha fan, you kind of know where this is going. If you are not a Yamaha fan, you're going to be absolutely surprised. I spent all day with that guitar yesterday. It was really good.
Absolutely.
And I both the rosewood and the mahogany, my personal favorite. I like the rosewood. I did when we played it in the first place. There's some really cool stuff that's coming out in content. It's going to take a little while till they get in, but there's very few of those coming in. If you're interested in an FG9 and would like to go ahead and place your order on this, I'm going to be lucky to get 6 of those this year. I'm hoping to get 6. It's probably going to be closer to 4 maybe total of those. So I don't know. We're working on it. We're trying to get in a dream order. I'm going to put it on like 10, but with the numbers that they're building, it is a true boutique style build from those guys. And yeah, it's very, very classy. So be on the lookout. Yamaha coming in here very soon. Add-on. So you're talking about space. We're working on it. We're working on it. We got other ideas for space in here as well. So that's kind of cool. Speaking of top secret, I was put in there that we have some absolutely incredible news from Eastman. If you are an Eastman fan and you followed the NAMM show video, and Eastman announced a few really cool things that were coming out, and I just got my notification they are on their way here now. We've been getting hounded about the E1 specials that are coming out. That is the quilted sapele that is just more figured, beautiful, full gloss versions of the E1 guitars. Now the OM-CE is not in yet, but I do have a OM and Dreadnoughts. I got 2 of each on their way, and again, they're first come, first served. So if you've been waiting on one of those and haven't put in your reservation for those, you better do so, because I also saw the inventory stock of those, and there's only, I believe, less than a dozen that came in, and I have 5 of each that that have been held for us. So only 2 of them are being shipped right now, but I do have a bunch of those already allocated towards us. So. That's one thing. Go ahead, Hinkley.
Okay, this is a Yamaha question.
Sure.
A specific Yamaha question. Are we going to be selling the red label Yamaha?
Yes, we are.
There we
2
go.
versions of the red label Yamaha. There is a one that is built in their Chinese facility, and there is one that's built in the Japanese. So I'm going to be working through which of those we will be going. And again, if you're interested in either one, there is 2 levels to Yamaha when it comes to their brands. You have the Japanese workshop, and you have their Chinese imports, which are a little bit lesser in price, still very well built and very good quality guitars. So yes, we'll have those in stock. We got stuff from the electronic stuff, the trans-acoustic line.
Guitar.
Oh yeah, and then he's got to play the silent guitar. Those are super cool.
I thought that was really neat.
We'll have those, the trans-acoustics. We will have some of those in stock as well. So yeah, we're definitely going to keep about 10 SKUs in stock. No 4-wheelers, no jet skis as of yet. So we will get some of those later.
Watch me buy a jet ski.
Speaking of Eastman stuff, unless you got a question, I got another.
We do have another specific question.
Okay.
Does Deering make a metal hoop, 17 fret, for a 4-string tenor banjo? That's a very specific question.
I have absolutely no idea.
If you give us a call, we can try and look into that.
I don't know.
I'm not
I
too
honestly
sure.
have no idea what they would have there for that. Go ahead.
And then this is another more Eastman-related question, but speaking of the quilted sapele, does it make a tonal difference?
So sapele is related to mahogany. I tend to find it to be a little bit brighter. I think anytime we get in qualities of sapeles, whether it's a AAA, a AA, a lot of it is in the look, and I'll be honest with you on that. But that said, when we kind of lean in on better look, I tend to also find that workshops, when they get better pieces of wood in there, and this is just a hand-built thing that happens. When you get better pieces of wood in your hands, you want to make sure it turns out to be a better guitar. It's just what it is, and that's my opinion on what happens. There obviously is some sonic differences, like Dana absolutely swears perfectly quarter sawn wood makes a difference in the sound. He got deals about, we went through it about how the vibrations move through the piece of wood and how it, flexes and moves and works its way through the medular rays. And my head was just like, okay, whatever you're saying. I believe you, Dana. You're great. That was all I had to know. But that said, I do also believe that I have watched this with every manufacturer. When you step up in levels of instruments, they tend to spend more time. They tend to make those better quality instruments. So if you're happy with an E1, great guitar. If you think the E1 Special, I think two things are going to make those E1 Special great. One, the full gloss finish. That's going to make a difference. It's going to make it more focused and detailed. We talk about that finish difference of satin finishes versus gloss finishes. I think that's going to make a difference. I do think the sapele is going to be there, and I think since it's going to be that first batch of the new E1s, that they're also going to spend a little bit more time on those to kind of make sure, because that's what they're doing. Usually at the end of a run, they get a little less, I don't know, maybe. That's not necessarily true either. I've seen stuff that's been 10 years old. It's kind of still great guitars. So I don't know. That's my opinion on it. I think those are going to be great. I also have another great announcement that will be coming out from Eastman. We got our first batches coming. The new Sunburst TCs are officially making their way into the acoustic shop first. We're going to be able to do content with those and kind of show them off for those of you who aren't up to speed. Since we actually helped in facilitating the thermo-cured instruments from Eastman. That was kind of a thing that I got to work with that team on, and we created the first ones, which were only E20Ds and E20OMs. That was all we built in the first batch. They went over really well here in the States, and the folks over in Bajau were kind of like, I don't know about this stuff, and they didn't build very many. Then we got them to build a batch of 10s. 10s were a small limited batch. They sold even faster. So then we just kept hounding. Then all of a sudden those guys caught on and became their most popular. Fast forward, thermo-curing kind of just took over that world for Eastman. But the problem I got was, even from the beginning, when will we see a sunburst version? And they always kept saying, well, nobody will know if it's a thermo-cured or not, and blah, blah, blah. And then they made the move to, they're going to slowly be moving all of the 10s, 20s, 6s, and 8s from the E series to thermo-cured tops. So that meant that they were going to start doing sunbursts in them, and those have been cool. We got an E10 00 in a sunburst, and we had an E10 SS. Do we still have that? That was a TC. It might still be here. So that is a great too. But now we're going to see our first batch E20D, E20OM. TC sunburst, both of those, E10D sunburst, TC, and I think an E10 OM. So we'll be seeing our first OMs in that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Again, those are in very limited. They only got like 5 of those total in to the shop. So I've got the first batches of those obviously headed there this way by next week. So I'm hoping to see those.
We'll be looking forward to it.
Yep.
So back to the quilted sapele ones. The question is, are these the boutique-ish style ones?
Not the
from
Luthier
band videos?
series.
No.
There is a Luthier series that went even further. I think those added Adirondack tops, some better inlays, and a even higher grade of quilted sapele. So these ones are the under $1,000 variation. I think the other ones were under $1,500. I want to say at $1,499 for the luthier series. So yes, this one's going to be the right under $1,000.
I did just want to point out though that they are in our videos from NAMM,
Yep,
so if you wanted to
absolutely.
look back and see them
You'll see
a
that
little
one.
bit before we're going to be unboxing them live. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
for anyone
last one
who's
real
interested
quick.
in getting one of those, we should be able to take pre-orders on those if that's something you're interested in.
Yep, absolutely. It's a real easy process, and I would recommend reserving. I know, I get a lot of grief. Well, that sold before you even had a chance to do anything with it. Well, I'm giving you guys the heads up. I'm doing all I can. I get a lot of grief from other dealers because I let people know what's happening before it actually shows up. But I'm doing what I can to help you guys out. I know, obviously, it helps me out too. I keep things moving. That's pretty nice, right?
Yeah. And it's our job here too at the shop to keep things moving. We answer
Sure.
all your phone calls. We help people who come into the store. So if you
Yeah.
ever have any questions, just give us a call.
Yeah.
We're always happy to help.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Henry.
Yeah, so just to clarify, the luthier series is the one with the sound port and European spruce, is what I'm being told via Reagan.
Yay, Reagan!
Yay, Reagan.
By the way, Reagan's getting ready to head out of town tomorrow.
Scotland.
She's going way out of town. Jeremy's on vacation this week, and that's why I'm here, by the way. Jeremy had a entertaining last night. His flight was delayed by like 4 hours.
Oh, no.
He got into Florida at 2 o'clock in the morning, didn't get into a hotel until after 3, and he's got 3 little kids, and it was a whole bunch of fun. So he's
Starting the week
I think he's
off
doing
right.
all right, I think now. And then for again, just personal information, Jason got into a fender bender and does not have his truck right now. So that also happened last night. And so if you guys got a truck that you want to help out with, he'll take those. So no, I'm just kidding.
Everything happens at
Yeah, it
once.
just does. Yeah, that was directory. There's something interesting, guys. Check us out. Cover of a magazine. Music Inc. gave us a article about the shop, how we survived, what we're doing in here, all the kind of good stuff that is happening here at the shop. We did an interview. It's the cover as well as like 4 pages of stuff. My wife started reading it. She says, "This is long." That's what she said. This is long.
I got the stash.
Yeah, and the stash. Oh my God. Oh, that's just seriously. My kids looked at it and said, "What happened to Jeremy's face?" I'm like, seriously, did you see that?
I think it looks cool.
It does not. It does not.
That's
Yeah, it's
what
true.
this one
Another
comment
failed
said.
flight deal. Cool, interesting news. Guess what, guys? Elliott capos came in. Elites Twist. I know I had people online asking about that. Whole box of Elliott capos came back in
already
various
sold a
different
couple.
radius. Have you already sold
Yeah.
a few? These things move like crazy.
Yeah.
We were down to like 3 different ones or 4 different capos before
Yeah.
these lasted, and only certain models. So now the Elites are back in stock. Elite Twists, I think a few of those. Do not have any of the McKinneys. They come in certain batches. There's only a few dealers that can get those, and we are one of those. So there you go. Man, I covered up a lot of stuff that's coming. Now I don't have anything to talk about on New Guitar Thursday, do we?
Man, I guess we don't.
I guess we
But
don't. All right, well,
Man.
we'll figure it out. There'll probably be something cool.
There's still some cool stuff that came in next
There is
door.
some cool stuff.
Tone guards.
Yep, tongue guards are here.
I saw some Fishman boxes.
We had an interesting run with Bedell. I watched you guys do the coverage of. Good job, Trent. By the way, you and Austin covered New Guitar Thursday last week, and unboxed another Koa Fireside. Ends up that was not supposed to be shipped to us, and it's another store's. So we're shipping that one back. But I do have one that I picked. I'll be honest with you, the one that's shipping back there is not even as gorgeous as the one we have. So that was super great. Again, you can see photos of us picking that out while we were at in Bend, Oregon, doing that one too.
We have 2 really incredible Fireside Bedells in here
Yes.
right now.
I agree.
The one with the Nicaraguan rosewood and is it a sunken cedar top?
It is sunken cedar.
That is one of the best small body guitars we've had in the shop in a long time.
I echo that exact statement. I try never to go. I'm going to go further and say this. I think it's the best small body guitar I've ever played, and I'm full on. I will full throat say that. I think it is just incredible.
You heard
it does everything.
No hyperbole.
I know. I try never to say that, but I really genuinely believe that. We had the one that came in. I was blown away with it, and I actually even more blown away with this particular one. Just, I think more in looks. I think the sound of it is very, very similar, but the looks of this one just turned out absolutely gorgeous. Nicaraguan rosewood, sinker, cedar top, sunken cedar top. It is probably the coolest combination. The thing I love about that guitar, I'll cover real quick, is it literally can do everything in a small body. I can hit it with a flat pick, and I can hit it as hard as I want to, and it absolutely does not wait for me. It's all in. And then on top of that, if you finger pick it, it's smooth. It's just every gamut all the way, and in a small package. I love that guitar. So I'll quit raving on one guitar. They're all great. For all you manufacturers who are watching right now, every one of these is my favorite that I've ever played. That's not true. You guys know if I say it, if I say that statement.
But it's someone's favorite.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing, is carrying diverse options for every type of player.
Well, and that's the key. We always talk about that when we do our reviews, the stars. This is my opinion, and I can line. Me and Cory don't always align, and we're probably the closest two players as far as what we do like in this shop. I know me and Tyler don't always align. Trent, we don't. Well, Trent likes everything I like. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, and that's what we want. That's why if we didn't, we'd have 5 guitars in stock.
Yeah.
That's all we would have. It wouldn't make any sense to have anything other than that. So anyway, there you go. I'm done whining about that.
Are you done with your rants, with your TED Talk?
Please let me step off this soapbox for a second.
A couple of specific questions. Are Elliot capos online yet? I think
yes, I believe they are.
Yes.
Reagan's about to send you a message in 2 seconds.
Yeah, Reagan will send me a message in 2 seconds to confirm.
In the store. So if anyone wants to call us, they're welcome to do so. We can get one for you.
And then any Eastman 12 strings coming in?
Probably the guy who sent the email today is asking about when they're coming in. It is going to be the end of August, last I heard, till I see an AC 330E. Super popular. We sold through them quick, and then they ran out. I had a whole stockpile of them, took them all in, and then they're all gone. So there you go.
Said I did do that, please buy.
Yeah, so they are online. There you go. I'm getting like ding, 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 ding. Eastman invoices, they're just coming in like crazy right now.
Have in the Ferk yellow Master's Choice?
We do not.
Very specific.
We have a red series that is very ornate and a beautiful and wonderful playing, sounding, everything guitar. And we have several of the Ferk Vintage series, which we can come show you a few of those.
Oh, actually, before you do that, I want to take you guys in there. I have one very cool guitar that is coming in this batch that will never be seen ever again. It is a one-off, and yes, it is breaking news. I just got a text message on this, so I'm going to get everybody's opinion while we're live. E16 SS. We have one in a limited edition that is coming in a sunburst. And I got a photo of it. It's the one and only built. And the back is not slab cut maple. It is actually flamed maple in a sunburst. So here's the question on this. Can you see it at all? Yep. All right, so here's the question on this. I just got a message from Eastman. They're getting ready to put it together. Do we want to put a pick guard on this particular sunburst guitar? You guys, the pick guard that comes in will be this one right here. You guys tell me. What I may do is just tell them to put it in the case, and we'll make the decision when we get here.
Yeah, we need to see the reference.
I think that's what we're going to do. It is a one-off. There is only one. They did not expect it. And, of course, with the Acoustic Shop, they always know if there's something weird that shows up, they know that it's got to come here. So that's what we do. So we get those super cool pieces in here. So if you're looking for an SB16 or a E16 SS with a sunburst, it's the only place you're ever going to see it. So
we have a couple of really specific comments again.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail your message.
It's all good. Does Eastman have 12 frets available? Does Eastman have 12 fret style guitars available?
The only 12 frets you're going to see are in the 00 and the Parlor. Yeah, that's what we will see on those. No pick guard.
3 for no pick.
Well, maybe I'll tell them I'll tell them put it in the case, and if you guys do change your mind, we'll do it that way.
Does Eastman make a 14 fret rosewood guitar?
Lots of 14 fret rosewood. Yeah. So what body size? Because most of the stuff is 14 frets in rosewood. So absolutely, you can get a 14 fret rosewood guitar from Eastman.
Okay.
So, and then in that case, you'll be looking at anything bigger than a triple O or OM. So an OM guitar, 14 frets, Dreadnoughts, all of them are 14 frets. Slope shoulder Dreadnoughts, 14 frets. So, and then all of the grand auditoriums, grand concerts.
One caveat to the 12 fret options that Eastman does offer is that they are going to usually have a larger neck in the style of an older guitar, like the old Martins, like the one that we have over here, which kind of had these
1 and 7/8.
Yeah, for lack of a better word, a honkier neck.
Chunky, man. Those things are chunky.
So one question that we get a lot here in the store is often with small body guitars, they're looking for something that has less tension, something that has a big sound but in a smaller body, but they don't want the bigger neck. They want something that's a little thinner and a little smaller. And at least with Eastman's small body guitars, they typically do have that smaller 12 fret, but it's just got a kind of a larger neck and nut width to it than maybe some people tend to like.
A couple of more specific questions. Do we have a price on the Banjo Killer yet?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Look, she
Tell
did
you
have
what.
a product built for it.
Reagan will message me again in 2 seconds.
Yes, she will. It's there.
Okay, and then
Just look for the one that says Banjo Killer.
the question for the 14 fret, he was referencing a 00 body. Does a 00 body have a 14 fret with Eastman?
There are, well, yes, they do. The 00 SS. Anything that's a 00 SS, basically built out of a L00 body shape, so it will be a 14 fret guitar. So anything that you see as a 00 SS from Eastman, 14 frets. $81.99. $81.99. They're all in that same price point, aren't they?
Right in the ballpark of around 8,000
Yeah,
for those
so
three
there you go.
guitars we've highlighted.
Another specific question, will we take in ukuleles on trade? Quite possibly. Towards a guitar?
It depends on
just
what
depends.
it is. Yeah, if it fits what we're needing to do. Obviously, if you're talking about a $50 ukulele, it's going to be hard to give you a whole lot of trade-in value on when they sold that at 50. They're hard to sell as used instruments, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, we definitely do. We have a lot of vintage ukuleles right now. We are working through a massive amount of super cool vintage oddities, banjo ukuleles, and I don't know, there's just so many cool things. Yep.
Okay, just to answer this one more time, if you're looking for a 00 Rosewood 14 frets, kind of like a 00 Martin 28, what is close that Eastman has?
So it won't be like a Martin 28 because their 14 fret 00 is not slope shouldered. It'll be just full rounded or full squared. But your closest one, if you're going to go with that, what I would tell you to look for is an E20 00 SS. If you want something unique, I do have the E22 00 SS varnish. Do I have it on my hand on it? Yeah. Walnut right here, slot, peg head. In a vintage varnish,
and
sunburst.
the rosewood variant there too.
Yeah, there's a rosewood. This is the, actually you were wrong. That was rosewood. This is the walnut one right behind it. So there you go. Both of those are great options for varnish versions. And then I believe I even have an E20 SS. Yes, right here in a full gloss in a SS 00. Is it?
No, sorry.
No, they only had that in a 10 so far. This is an E20 00 SS, so yeah, right in there. Oh, drop that tag. I'll get that in a minute. So yeah, this one will run Adirondack spruce top, Indian rosewood sides and back. Fantastic guitar at $1639, full hard shell case, bone nut and saddle, lifetime warranty. Hard to beat that.
And this actually is one of the few exceptions, right? With the 14 fret and 1 11/16 inch
Correct,
neck?
1 and 11/16.
So Eastman does offer a couple of options like that, like this one here, and the varnished one here in the 1 11/16 inch neck. But the other small body guitars tend to be that 1 and 13/16.
I do have one interesting guitar here right now. It's not rosewood, but we're talking about the Sunburst TCs. That one isn't that one Sunburst? Yep, it is.
Yep.
That is a Sunburst TC in an E10 00 SS.
So that is a thermo
TC Sunburst. That's one of the first ones that is available. We're
back.
talking about the thermo-cured and Sunburst. That's going to be one right there, and I do have one of those in stock. So, is that it? All right, let's do it. Guys, thanks for joining us on Takeover Tuesday. I know this was a better show than Jeremy has ever done, because it just is. Guys, seriously, between the mustache and his boring voice, there is just not much more I can stand. And I was glad to have Cory. Cory was great. We talked about cool stuff.
I started the stream as John Chapman. I ended it as Cory, which I guess is about par for the course.
Oh, you know, not everybody can be one. Guys, I missed the baseball game. Sorry I did that. Tomorrow
fun.
we will have we're going to see how the configuration will work out, but we are planning on our shop talk tomorrow. At least me and Jason will be there. And yeah, it's going to be good. Again, somebody want to bring Jason a truck? It'd be nice. He really needs one. Give him one. If you're a dealership out there that gives trucks away, you can give one to Jason. He needs one really bad. And he said yours was ugly? All right. Well, there you go. Well, his is ugly right now. It's missing the front end. So
Jason should buy a Yamaha motorcycle.
he should buy a Yamaha motorcycle. That's a good idea. I like that. All right. Anyway.
And a red label.
Yeah, and a red label to put on it. I'm so glad you guys were able to hang out with us. We got lots of really cool stuff coming. I'm serious. I've been on the phone all day. Really cool things coming in. More things from McPherson that is really interesting. And gosh, there's just so much excitement happening here at the shop. I'm glad you all were hanging out with us today on Tuesday. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.